And probably just as annoyed with their quarantine compatriot right next to them. I know it all gets a little old. Surviving a 6-week stay-at-home order? Yeah. Got to try to bust up some of the boredom, don't we? Well, sometimes it takes some creativity, or recreativity, as it were. While most of us are chalking up this time as a total loss, one mom from Wendell has been quite productive at reproducing classic paintings without the need for a color palette.
Yeah, mostly about my kids. I do a lot with music, memes, lots, My name is Bridget Rendon. I live in Wendell, Idaho. I have 3 little girls, 5 and under. I'm mostly a stay-at-home mom. I do teach some piano and voice lessons on the side. That's pretty much what I do. I had a friend post an article. She's like, hey, let's do this in our group. One of the museums was doing an art recreation challenge. Got on Google and just kind of Googled pictures, and I found one. The first one I did was the Frida Kahlo. She's got like a big white circle thing around her head, and I actually went into my kid's closet and I found a dress that had a white pinafore. And then she's also got a painting, I believe, of her husband on her head. I found a black eyeliner pencil that I had, so I just kind of drew it in my mirror, and it's really rough. And I posted it on my page and just said, nailed it. I got lots of likes, and people were like, please do more of these. Almost every day I started doing one. The little boy sleeping by the river, he's got a little lute, and I play the flute, so I had a flute on hand. He's got some weird boot covering things, so I actually took an old shirt and cut off the sleeve, and then there's a dog in the painting, and we don't have any stuffed dogs, but we do have a stuffed cat that was pretty close to the same coloring. I wanted to do a Picasso, so I found one, and it has lots of colors and stuff. So I actually went to my backyard and got our sidewalk chalk, kind of got it wet and brushed it on my face the best I could. The original painting is called Vanity. She's got like this red pillow looking thing attached to her head. I have this plate, it says "You Are Special." I thought that would be perfect. I didn't know how to attach it to my head, so I ended up just like setting it back there and holding my head against my dresser. That was one of the harder ones to like keep all the elements in place. I did a Beethoven that people love. For hair, I stuck one of his gray polos on my head. That one was really popular. She's in a red robe and she's standing up. So I had like a red sheet. That was really easy. Her hair's really big, and I didn't know how to do that. So I ended up strapping a stuffed bear to my head. It's a soldier, and he's standing in front of his horse. I don't have a horse, but I do have a stick horse. I didn't have a helmet, so I used a pot for my kitchen, and there was like a red feather attached to the helmet, and so I stuck a red spool of yarn on the handle, and that was my helmet. I did one in a yellow dress, and that one I did in my backyard. She's under a blooming tree, so I had to wait for my peach tree to bloom. I wore an apron that was my grandma's, and it just like the whole picture reminded me of my grandma. I started with the first one just as kind of a joke, just something to do, but it's turned into this really cool thing, and it's helped me gain an appreciation for art, and I start wondering about like who these people are. I'd have people that would message me. I got texts, I got phone calls that were like, these are so awesome, these give me life. I thought it was funny, but people are like, these keep me going. I look forward to your posts, and they're buoying me up in this hard time right now. To find the joy in these moments and to create something or be a part of it in some way so that you can look back at this time and just say, oh yeah, there were some good things that came out of all of this.
A lot of good things if you check Bridget's Instagram page. You'd think she'd have an affinity for works of art, right? But she's actually more into music. In fact, she teaches music. So she's done about 3 dozen of those recreations so far. Could put up a few more between now and the end of this whole COVID crisis. We'll have to keep an eye on it and find out. But you can check them out for yourself on her Instagram page. And we're going to have a link to that in this story at ktvb.com. And she's right, they are funny and pretty creative. As always, text line is always open to the 208. Whatever you're thinking about, share with us. Be part of the conversation. 208-321-5614. Your questions, your comments, your complaints, send us a message. Use the hashtag the 208 and your name. We'll read some of them. Could be yours at the end of the show.